Okay, here we go. Chart number 2, charting video number 2. This is kind of more, goes into a little bit deeper of how to do charts with the quarterly, the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. Sorry. On this first chart, we're looking at the quarterly chart of silver. And you can see the quarterly chart, the silver is in a downtrend quarterly because the lowest low the low of the fourth quarter was lower than the previous 3 quarters, so that's a negative. That's a 0 score. If it is an uptrend, you have a 25 score. So that's 25 the opposite way. Let's look at the second one here. This is a monthly chart of silver, and you can see this is in an uptrend. So we got the quarterly down, but the monthly is turning upward. And that's a score of 25 up. So we've got 1 down and 1 up. And then let's look at the here's the weekly of silver, I believe, and we can see that it's in a downtrend. On the third to the last candlestick there, it's in a downtrend because it broke trend. And we're waiting to find support, and when one of those weeks goes higher than the previous 3 weeks, we'll have an uptrend and a new buy signal. You can watch for that. And of course the daily, when any one day, well, we have 2 down and 1 up, so we only have a score of 25 up and 50 down in this, because the quarterly is down and the weekly is down. Now the monthly is up, so we got 25, a score of 25 to the upside and 50 to the downside. And now we look like the score today. This is actually in an uptrend, not in an uptrend, but the daily points upward, so that's another score of 50. So we got 50. We got two time periods going up and 2 time periods trending down. So that's kind of a neutral setting. That's why silver is kind of going sideways right now. So we want all 4 of them to be pointing upward to give us a score of 100, and that's the strongest buy signal of all. Let's look at gold. You can see gold's quarterly charts are up because the last quarter was higher than the previous 3 quarters, so that's 25% to the upside. And then let's look at this here. This is the quarterly. No, this is the monthly. The monthly is always pointing upward because we had on the third to the last candlestick, we have a higher high than the previous 3 highs, so that's 50. That's a score of 50. And then let's look at the weekly. Now the weekly broke trend, so that's 25 to the downside, because we can see that just the second to the last candlestick, we've seen that it broke trend just slightly. Well, actually not slightly, a lot. It broke trend, so that's a downward side. So we've got 25. We've got 50 up and 25 down, and now on this tier day we have an up. So because yesterday we had a higher high than the previous 3 highs, that's not a buy signal because the trend is down. But you see we also have a score of 75 on silver, which is pretty good, but we don't have 100. So if silver were to go up, gold were to go up past the 945, I think I can see that, to 950, that would be a new buy signal because we'd have a score of 100. 25 on the quarterly, 25 on the monthly, 25 on the weekly, and 25 on the daily. That's a score of 100, and that's a stock that's moving higher. Has everything going for it. You could be upwardly biased on that, and you should have all of your money you want to allocate into that stock at that time. So that's basically a little bit about charts. Oh, I forgot to take a picture of the options. Oh, I couldn't. When silver really starts to get going, there's going to be a lot of money to be made in options because the risk to reward is so great. For example, let me bring this up here. You won't be able to see this, but I'm looking at the silver chart, right? I'm looking at the silver options here. Let's look for July, because you want to buy at least 3 months out when you're buying. The July options. Okay, right here it's at $12.79. I'm looking at the $12 option, the $11 option. Let's see. The $10 option right now is $3.30, so I could buy 100 shares for $3.30 with the $10 strike price. And I could buy the $11 strike price, or the $12, or the $13, or the $14. I can buy there. I like to buy a little bit deeper. It's called in the money. I won't be able to go in depth right now, but so you can see how cheap. Now the $12, I could buy silver right now at $12 for 100 shares for only $1.95 right now. So that's how and control 100 shares with just $1.95, which is 195 bucks, and I would control that till July. So if silver went to 20 bucks, I would make what, $7 on that 195. My 195 bucks would be about $800. No, maybe $900. So I'd have a factor of what, 450% profit, and that's just one contract. I could buy two contracts. Every contract you buy has 100 shares, so you multiply the price by 100. So $1.95 would be $195. So that's the huge amount of leverage you could get with options, and I'll be getting into that more later. It's only to be used with profit money, not your hard-earned money. You're going to take a little piece of your profit and you're going to buy these long-term calls, and sometimes they really pay off. You can make thousands of dollars on just one. So I think that's going to be about it for this one. I don't have anything else written down. I'm going to do kind of a good video. I might do it tonight. I don't know. It's called The Wizard of Ounce, and I'll explain when I make it. You'll see. So look for that, The Wizard of Ounce, and it's going to be cool because it's something I've known for a long time, and I don't know why I didn't think about passing it along earlier. So just play these videos over again. If you don't understand it, just follow along on the daily, and you can get in. You can get in when I get in. I'm not responsible for your results. I'll just tell you what I'm doing, and if you want to follow, then you ultimately have to be responsible. You're not going to be able to point your finger and get your money back. So don't invest money you can't afford to lose. Period. All right, that should wrap that up. That's about it for now.